this episode of the Whiskey Tornado, we have the 2020 batches of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and we're going to do a blind bourbon battle. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Whiskey Tornado. I'm your host, Lance. I am super excited. I was able to get my hands on batch C920 on Friday. So I thought, what better thing to do than do a bourbon battle blind for you guys. We've poured these, we've mixed them up. I don't know which is which. So we're gonna go through, starting on the left, go to the right, work back through, then kind of A-B compare them. Now people, you're gonna watch a lot of whiskey tubers. They're gonna be all over the place on what batch they like of the Elijah Craig barrel proofs. So there's no wrong or right answer. We all have different tastes. Tastes are subjective. So I'm gonna try to tell you, what flavors I'm picking out of each, and then you can decide which flavor profile you want to shoot for and try to grab a bottle of. I think they are all pretty distinctive. The only one I haven't had a lot of is the latest batch I've had, I bought, the C920. So we're gonna get into that. I'll smell these first, and then we'll get after it. So on the left here, you're gonna hear me say a lot of the same notes with Elijah Craig. You're gonna hear me say brown sugar, caramel, vanillas. Are all super dense, and these are all Elijah Craig killed it this year on their batches. This one on my left, I think I'm picking up brown sugar, caramel, and maybe some peanuts. Yeah, I think I'm getting some peanuts on that one, which is, these are all Heaven Hill, and Heaven Hill typically is very peanut forward, but I don't get that all the time on the Elijah Craig barrel proof. So, all right, number 2 here. Ooh. Number 2, getting those brown sugar caramel notes, but also like dank, mildewy wood, but it's not overpowering. It's just kind of telling me the age is there. These are all 12 years old. Really nice. I love the nose on that as well. We'll go on the right here. So the first thing I got on the right was just I got a little burst of fruit, and then some dank wood also. The one on my right smells like it's definitely sweeter, but higher proof than the other two. I think I like the nose on the right the best. It's really good. So let's go to the taste. We're gonna start here on the left. Oh, interesting. Wow. So I think I was saying on the nose that I smelled peanuts. On the palate, I actually got like some saltiness. Let me go for another taste there. Yeah, that's interesting. I've never had an Elijah Craig that's that salty, but I mean that in the best way. It's reminding me of a Payday, like a caramel covered Payday. Payday with the peanuts, and they have the caramel in the middle. Because of the saltiness, the peanutness, much more Heaven Hill than a lot of Elijah Craig's that I remember, which I'm trying not to guess which is which, but that's leading me to guess that this is the latest batch because I haven't had it as much, and it's kind of standing out to me already. So let's go to this middle one here. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice too. You can get more of that. It's just like, it's caramel. I'm getting a little bit of fruit in there, maybe even some strawberries, but also those caramel notes, brown sugar notes, and then that dank wood carried through just a touch on the taste, which again, I like, shows me some age. So let's go to number 3. Oh, 3 is 3 is good. 3 is that has got that raspberry note that I just love when the heat's kicking in because it's squeezing the shit out of my chest. So I think this is the higher proof one. But it doesn't, it's, I mean, it drinks hot. It's definitely hot, but those fruit notes are so good. When I'm looking for the perfect bourbon, I love sweetness, fruit, spice, a long finish, baking spices worked in there. I like it all. So that just about had it for me. That was pretty amazing. It was pretty hot, so I think a lot of people aren't gonna like that one as much, but it was really good. So let me work my way back through the other way here. That time when I went to drink, wow, that fruit note is so up front. Yeah, that was like strawberries, but with caramel, brown sugar. I smelled the dank wood. I didn't taste it. Really, really nice. On to number 2. You can't go wrong with any of these guys. Number 2 is probably the easiest to drink. It's super sweet, it's dense, but it doesn't have as many interesting notes as the other 2. Number 1 has that peanut element, that salty element, like really salty for a bourbon actually, and number 3 has the fruit element on top of that. Number 2 is just your like straight down the middle, the easiest to drink of all 3. So I'm guessing like most people are gonna like this middle one. Let me go back to the left here. The, you know, I don't know if that's bitterness from like the wood tannins on this first one, but it doesn't come off as too bitter, which I love. It's like right on the edge and it makes the bitterness, I think, taste salty. Again, it's like I can't get Payday out of my head. It's really good, really interesting, and it's kind of like an outlier among Elijah Craig barrel proof bourbons that I've had, in that it's just so salty. So let me A/B compare these, and then we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to do number 1 and number 3. So good. Number 1 is, or number 3, whatever number 3 is, which I think I know what it is because it's really squeezing me tight. All right, I'm gonna go number 2, then number 1. So for me, I don't think this is hard, but I do think I am gonna be in the minority on this. Number 3 is my first place. These two are pretty close. Wow. Number 2, the sweet caramel, the way it drinks is really fantastic. Number 2 is good. All these are so good. All right, number 3 here. Gosh. Boy, guys, those are close. They're all so good. Like I said, you're not going to go wrong with any of these. I think if you love caramel, brown sugar, fruit, baking spice, a long finish, a super big hug, you're going to be with me, and that number 1 is your favorite. If you're looking for just sweet, super dense bourbon that's a little easier to drink, I think that number 2 is going to be your jam. If you want something unique and interesting, and you like Paydays and you like salty peanuts and that Heaven Hill profile, then number 1 is going to be what you want to go for. So, boy, I'm having a hard time deciding between these two. Let me try one more time here. Wow. Yeah, there's a little fruit note on there. Boy, it's good. Okay, I think I'm gonna put number 2 as my second place, number 3 as my third place. But if I had any of these, I would be so pleased. All right, so here's my guesses on what these are. I'm pretty positive that my first place, number 3, is A120 because it's so hot and I get that raspberry note. I've blinded this against B520 a lot. It always wins because of that fruit note. However, I think my last place is the latest batch, the C920. And the reason I think that is because of that salty note that I don't remember getting. I don't remember getting such a big Heaven Hill profile out of the other two Elijah Craig batches this year. So I think that's last, but it's not last. I mean, these are neck and neck for me. If you want something unique, you love paydays, you love peanuts and caramel and saltiness, then you'll really love this C batch, if that's what this is. And I think the middle one is B520. What's throwing me off is today I'm getting a fruit note to it that I didn't normally get. I just usually got brown sugar, vanilla, but I remember smelling dank wood on B520 and not the others, so I'm pretty sure that's what my second place is. Today, B520 is hitting my palate really good, so good that I almost put it ahead of A120, but A120 has it has a longer finish because of the heat, and has more of that like raspberry note that I love. So that's my guesses, but I have no idea. Let's see what came in last place. It is C920. Guys, I say last place, but if you want payday, you want saltiness, you want that Heaven Hill profile, you are gonna love the C batch. It is really good. The proof on it is 132.8. My second place, which I think is B520, is B520. Again, if you want something that drinks a little easier, but has those super dense notes that Elijah Craig is known for, has a little bit of dank wood on the nose, then B520 is gonna be what you love, and B520 is 127.2 proof, and that means that my top, again, is A120, and A120 is a really hot one. It's 136.6. I know I'm going to be in the minority putting this first, but taste is subjective, guys. We like what we like. So hopefully I helped you guys kind of differentiate which batch to hunt for depending on your flavor profiles. For me, A120 wins. For most people, I think B520 wins, but the last C batch is really good too, and you could probably interchange them, especially if you love a saltier bourbon. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, thanks for the support. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.